Hello, my name is Brehon and I would like to welcome you back to the channel. Now, there's been a lot of talk about Alibaba. Will the price of the stock reverse? Will it continue falling off a cliff? Or has it reached a point of support? Will we just settle around the current price now? And again, the only thing we could do is take a look at the charts because again, your trend is your friend to the end, especially when you're using the technicals to trade or invest in a stock. So right now, I'm gonna have the weekly chart up. And what I like to do is I like to take a look at the weekly chart, the daily chart, and the hourly chart. All right, I like to use those three for confirmation on making a conscious decision and a smart decision whether I should buy into the stock or not. Now, again, if you're a long-term investor, you plan on holding Alibaba for a long time, and you see that it's way below the 200-day moving average, you jump in there. All right. Now, right now, we're taking a look at the weekly chart. All right, we can see we have continued strong with momentum to the downside. We had the crossover on the oscillator back in November. All right, and ever since we had the crossover on the oscillator, we've had continued downward momentum, and it appears that that momentum is continuing to build. So we'll see what happens this week. Hopefully, we'll get end up with a green bar, which is a sign of weakening of the momentum to the downside, and we could be making a push upward. But right now, we have strong momentum to the downside, which means the stock price will continue to fall, or we may just have sideways trading. So this is a large view, a broader view of the overall direction of the stock. All right, now let's take a look at the daily chart. All right, again, we take a look at the chart. Okay, we did have a nice strong upward trend going from May all the way to 2nd of November. Then we began to have a fall in price. All right, so again, if you was paying attention to the daily chart, we had the crossover on the oscillator on October 30th. All right, October 30th, we had a crossover. Now that would have been a great time to sell. All right, because if you would have sold on with the oscillator trending downward, you would have had an opportunity to avoid all of this loss here. All right, you had an opportunity to avoid this loss. So again, the oscillator on the MACD does give you a great opportunity to enter and exit trades, but again, nothing is guaranteed because we see here we had a nice crossover on the oscillator going upward, right? So this was basically this was a fake out for us, right? So again, could have jumped in here, set your stop limits, and then you would eventually got stopped out and eventually avoided more losses. So as of right now, based on the daily chart, we can see some momentum coming in December 29th. We have some momentum. We did have a couple red days following, but we still have green momentum to the upside. So again, the Monday, we're going to track and see what happens on Monday. Will the stock price move in a positive direction, or will we have more red days ahead? All right, and if we have more red days ahead, that could be a sign that we are approaching the death cross. All right, now if you've never heard about the death cross is when the 50-day moving average crosses over the 200-day moving average going down. Now, if you have the death cross, it is a sign that we are going to have more strong downward movement to the downside. That's what we can speculate. And it's not always a good sign for a company. So let's continue watching this 50-day moving average. All right, we're going to watch it and we're going to see if it trends downward. Okay. And while this is trending downward, this isn't a stock that you want to buy into. All right, because this could possibly go to 200, go back to 200, to 215, or even lower. So we want to continue watching it. Now we may have, hopefully, what I'm hoping is that we have found some support here at 232. This is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that will stay between 232, new resistance 254. So that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping for. Now, we can finish out the week above 232, we can say that this is our new support. And there may be some opportunities. Hey, you know what? We can buy back in now, and we're going to ride this thing out for the long term. All right, but that's where I see Alibaba. Now, if we fall below that, we could have continued movement to the downside. All right, continued movement to the downside. All right, and I like to take a look at the hourly chart because during the daytime, if I'm going to jump into a stock, I want to see how the stock is performing first half of the trading day or the last half of the trading day. Now, as we can see here, December 29th, close of the day, we start losing momentum, start trending downward. All right, so again, second half of the day tells me that we may not want to jump in this stock. We want to jump in when the stock is trending upward. Again, so that's all I have right now. I'm staying away from Alibaba. I'm not buying right now. I'm just continuing to wait for a clear sign that there is a reversal in pattern. Now, again, if you believe in a stock, you're going to hold it for years, you could buy it here. If it drops, you could buy more shares. You could just keep adding. But for me, I want a clear reversal in pattern before I jump in, because I want to gain money. Each time I jump into a trade, I'm jumping into a trade to gain money. My portfolio does have some Alibaba in it, and I will continue adding more, but I do want to add more to a couple of outside accounts, my Robinhood account and my TD Ameritrade account. I do want to add more shares of Alibaba to those accounts, but I want to wait for the right time to jump back in. Now, that's all I have. I hope you enjoyed the information. Again, if this is your first time checking me out, hit the like, subscribe button. Come on back for more wealth building information. Peace.